Hello, Lupo here. We're gonna be covering farming under the crafting system, and we're gonna be going from the basics of raising your farming skill initially all the way to harvesting crops and what comes after that. So, the first step is to plow. To plow, you're going to need to have a shovel equipped, so make sure you have that available, and simply go to a grassy area, green in color. You can also do this, I believe, in forested area. Actually, no. You have to put in actual fertile soil. And from fertile soil you can right click, go to farming, and have the option of plow. You can set it as default by right clicking it, plow the land, and it will be turned into farmable section. Now that that's done, right clicking on the same land gives you different options to plant a variety of kinds of things. Now this might be limited to just these four. You can plant at a higher level, level 60 I believe. Tells you right here, can plant farm, can sow and harvest all crops at level 30. So at level 0 you want to plow and gather wild plants until you get to 30, and then you can start sowing some of those plants. So to gather wild plants, you simply go to another fertile section, and under farming you're gonna get the option to either plow, which we just did, or gather wild plants. So we can run that, and you can gather a couple of plants. Which I'm gonna be showing you here. I currently have a few cabbages and some grapes. Didn't find anything, so I'm gonna go again. I can just hit E when I've set it to default to gather the plants that way, while having this screen open, so I can just hit E again. Well, yep, there we go. And it will try to gather something. I'll just do this until we get something to prove to you that yes, you do gather plants from this. You can do this at level 0 from farming. And I just got an onion right here in the inventory. So what we want to do at this point is to go to the section of land we just plowed, right click, farm, and sow onions. Now, once that's done, you'll notice that there's some patches of green on the plowed land. Right clicking this will remove your farming option. In a couple of hours, and I mean real life hours, this will grow into something like this. And essentially they go into cycles. Each crop has a cycle. And you can see that these are starting to grow. This is a stretch of farm that I'm working with at the moment. And it will go into cycles. This is still not harvestable at the moment. It's still growing. And there are visual clues of when it can be harvested. For example, there's sticks coming up from these peas, I believe they are. And once the plant reaches all the way to the top, you can harvest it. For carrots, these are carrots. Once the top part of the carrot extends further and there's an orange stub at the bottom that indicates the carrot, that can be harvested. I'm actually not sure what the hell these are. Maybe onions, I don't know. These are cabbages, and there's 3 leaves at the moment. When there's a full circle of leaves, the cabbage is done and can be harvested. Actually, these are onions. For onions, you'll have more hair on the top, so to speak. The leaves at the top will be more abundant, and they'll just show themselves to be, well, pretty much ready to be harvested at that point. As for wheat, it will become taller and yellowish in color. The tips will become yellower, and then you can harvest them. Other than that, you have to wait, and it will take about 8 hours depending on the crop cycle that your server has assigned to it. It will take a while to be done. So we are now back where we can harvest the crops. This is how they look when they're done. Let's get a closer look to them. So starting with the onions, as I said, the leaves on top become plentiful. You can see a lot of leaves right around them. The cabbages are full grown flowers with the cabbage right in the middle. The carrots have that little orange stub at the bottom. This is, once again, I'm not sure what the hell this is. I'm gonna have to pick it up, see what it's about. Have to equip a sickle to do that, so. Sickle and shovel. Let's figure out what this is. Right click, farming, harvest, which is exactly what you need to do when they're done. And that is a, oh, that's a potato. Holy. Right, well, that's what potatoes look like, I guess. So this is, I think, peas. They grow all the way up to the top end of the stick. As you can see, they kind of like get elevated. Oh, no, these are grapes, but I think there are peas in some of these as well. No. Oh, these are the peas. Yep. These are the peas. Those are the grapes. They still climb up. And this is the wheat. As I said, it will look yellowish, not green in color. So, of course, you want to pick up all of this. And I'm going to just kind of cut to the section where I do gather it. So, we're back with the whole section harvested, and now it's time to grow some more plants. But to do that, we have to get rid of all this soil. This is bad soil. So if we go into terraforming and lower the ground, what we get is soil. Now this is different from the fertile soil we're usually used to getting. So this soil, if I were to plant something on it, and I'm gonna plant grapes, I guess, because I have way too many of those. Terraforming, no, farming, plow. I'm gonna plow it like usual. It looks similar. Now if I go to plant grapes, something different will happen. You can see it turned black. That's because that soil is not fertile. And this has to be fertilized or removed and plowed through the fertile soil if you want to grow crops on it. So this is effectively pointless. It's a waste of seed. To my knowledge, nothing grows on this, and I've waited quite a while. So you want to remove all of this. So having completed all of that, we can extend the bit of farm that we had before, and once again go into farming and plow. And once that's done, it becomes the exact same as any other farm that you had. If you have fertilizer, you can instead right click, farm and fertilize instead after you plow it, and then you can plant on it. So that concludes our video. If you have any questions or would like to see something else, feel free to drop a comment. Have fun and enjoy.